Greetings, fam. I'm seeing some pretty clever language being spoken. And the language I'm talking about is not the direct words coming from the mouths of, some mindless idiots that you might see in the media. But rather, the language is coming from the sounding boards responding to the words of the mindless. If one were to take these narratives at face value, it would seem real simple to figure out that the person speaking is being ridiculous. And it makes no sense. And the ridiculousness is true and indeed an element of what's happening. But there's something else going on in these events.
I'm not asking what's in the infusion. I'm not looking up all of the ingredients in the infusion. I am sticking out my arm and I am taking the infusion. And that's what we have.
If you've ever played chess, you know that a main strategy is to make a move that has a dual or even a triple purpose. For example, if you wanted to attack a piece on the left side of the board, but that piece was protected by the queen, and you wanted to move the queen out of the way, you would attack an inconsequential piece on the right side of the board, or a piece that really doesn't matter, but you're making it seem as if it mattered because you're going to attack it or appear to attack it. So you would attack this piece on the right side of the board that was under the queen's protection. The queen would move to the right to protect that piece that you're not really focused on, which now allows you to attack on the left side of the board. So it's all about diversion for the most part, cloaking your attack on the true target. So in saying that, I was looking at this particular post and I'm thinking, who in the world would not know that this person speaking is void of reason and intelligence? Now that's plainly obvious. So what's the reason behind this attack on the basic human right and respect of the intelligence to just ask questions? When did the most practical and foundational asset of human consciousness, which is the ability to question, when did that become subject to ridicule? Ridicule in the form of being praised for not being used. Applause and praise for not asking questions. Even if you're okay with these shots, that's fine. But just as a human being, can I ask a simple question? Can I make a little inquiry? I might be allergic to alcohol. Can I ask the administrator to use peroxide instead before you stick the needle in? Now the applause, family, the applause shows another level of this notice. It shows how people who praise willful ignorance among outside groups truly feel about you. And I say outside groups because these people clapping would never want their children to go through life not asking questions. No one with any interest in self-preservation, general safety, and fundamental human concern would ever tell anyone that they care for not to ask questions. Without questions, there's no movement, no journey, no life. So what does this say about those who would applaud and praise a person with the sickness of loving ignorance? That is a message we should be even more focused on, even more so than the mindlessness of what we hear directly, because those that praise and applaud are the ones with the power to place these people in the media, to reward them economically and influence the children and the unsure or the insecure. They don't want you to move. They don't want you to exercise the most basic human concept of preserving your health and even your life. This clip not only shows who's among us, but who surround us. Those people who try to manipulate the masses are not among us, they surround us. Shepherds don't walk among the sheep, and caged animals are not among those who view them. We have to understand how they view things and realize what we're seeing, especially when we're seeing something apparently obvious. We have to recognize the duality in everything that has duality in it. When you see those praising this willful ignorance, you now know that their intentions for you are just to do and not question. Why would you not want to be questioned if what you're doing is just? So you should now deal with them and their supporters with more understanding of their true motives and protect yourself accordingly. And I make this video because things are getting so ridiculous at this point, and so blatant. The more ridiculous, the more blatant. If a lion or a fox is chasing its prey, these two animals, which are known for hiding, creeping and hiding, can only creep and hide so long before they have to, of course, come out in the open and stand up and make a full run, a full dash for the prey. And what we're seeing are full dashes, which should tell us what moment in time we're in, and what those people who applaud this type of stuff, what their position is also. But you have to have the eyes to see. You have to have the mind to see, even more so than the eyes, because the eyes can be fooled by what's right in front of you. So until next video, peace. If you learned from this video, help support the study and time to bring this knowledge to our community. It does take time and effort to be concise and as accurate as possible so that we can stay abreast of important health information and techniques. Please visit the site and follow these links.